just hold on 1 minute. I'll give a little introduction to Madhuri. So, Madhuri, so we are now in a cloud actually. So we are trying to, let's take Informatica, your Informatica, right? Informatica on-prem, again you have Informatica Cloud Services, right? ICS. Similarly, in Azure, we have a ETL tool called ADF, Azure Data Factory, in the cloud. For example, we have SSIS in MSBA on-prem. Similarly, we have Azure Data Factory in cloud. So we already started this class a week back. So we are in a mid actually. So we are let's take in your Informatica we call workflows, right? Here we call it a pipelines.
Yeah.
Here we call it a pipelines. There we have a source called
Okay.
here we will have a sources. So it will be more or less very similar actually, but just follow 2-3 classes, Margaret, don't feel bad. We'll share you all the videos.
Yeah.
And you can just follow. Okay. So who is Madhuri to the team? Madhuri is Informatica BA developer. So she also part of joining with us to do to learn the latest and greatest technologies. Apart from the core basic end-to-end, then data warehouse implementation how to do and all. So that's about Madhuri. So since time is less, so we are not introducing to everyone, Madhuri. Sometime we will see. Okay, now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, what is Prithvi, can you share the screen?
Yes.
So yesterday we completed few activities actually. Execute pipeline, I told execute exercise, package activity.
Yeah. CB.
CB, you want to share the screen?
Hello. Yes. Share it.
Yeah, see. So meanwhile, while screen appears, yeah, I think Prithvi and CB, you guys are doing very good work. Every day you are doing practicals and sending the tracker. So somewhere Ravi sir also started since yesterday. He's also in a good form. Slowly we should in a form. Okay, so like it's like a cricket batsman. If you don't have in form, right? So we'll be out of match. Okay. Now come back to the activities. So we covered yesterday append variable, delete activity, execute pipeline, execute SSIS package. We covered a theory, not implementation. Definitely we do. Create a new pipeline. See, create a new pipeline. Now expand the general tab. We are working on general, right? So now next is get metadata. Get metadata, as the name suggests, get metadata is having capability to get the metadata about your sources. Let's take your source is a flat file or a folder. So let's take, if you point to a folder, it is going to give the file names inside the folder. Let's take, if you connect to the table, it will give you the column count, right? That kind of information, metadata information it will give. So we never much use this for column count and all. You can use in which case is, let's take you're expecting 3 columns in your target or a sync. Let's take your source is coming more than 3 columns, then you can raise error or you can send an email. Generally, we don't use for those purposes. So one of the real-time case studies, let's take in a folder. Let's take in a folder where you want to loop the files one by one and load those files into target. For example, the one classical example in SSIS, right? For each loop container, where we loop for multiple country files, load into the target, right? Similarly, in that, we can use a get metadata. Get metadata is having capability to given a folder, it will give the file names. It will give a file names. Or it also, if you provide a table name, it will give the column count, that kind of metadata information. Okay, drag and drop get metadata. drag and drop get metadata. Okay, as usual, the general name you can give any name. Let's take file names. Right, you can give file names. Okay, go to the data set. No, here only, No, no.
Okay.
Here only after general tab, yeah, data. Click on new. Find one of your Azure Blob input files folder. Okay, you can find
This blob storage.
blob storage. Yes, Azure blob storage. Continue. Delimiter text. Take the link to service. Browse that. Just don't browse the file. Just browse input files folder. Okay, that's all. Click
First
OK.
was header should be.
Not required. Just now after doing it will show you some properties for you downside. Okay. Now click on field list. Click on new. Okay, in the drop down you can see different properties. Can you expand the drop down? Okay, now if there are many properties. As of now, take child items. Okay, let 1 minute only. So last modified date also you can get. Let's take one of the real-time scenario. If the file is already loaded, let's take you keep that last modified date in a control table. Next time you will get the modified date. If it is a modified date which you loaded yesterday control table, if that date is not greater than of your current file date time, you will not going to load actually. So we will not use that one. Click on child items. Click on the checkbox. Not required, right? Okay, you checked on child items. Okay, just run this activity. So what it will give? 1 minute.
Validate first, sir.
Yeah, validate actually. What it will give, Prithvi? So let's take you are given a folder called input folder.
Yes, sir.
Now you are asking, give me the child items. In a folder, what is the child items?
Files, sir. .txt.
File names, right?
Yes,
It
sir.
will give a file names. Now go to the output, the glass icon now. Here only.
Yeah.
Download
Downside,
file names.
you will get, yeah.
Output.
Output. Now you can see these are all the file names which it is written. Now in input folder you have product.txt, department.txt, emp. So what we'll do, I'll tell you. Okay, what we will do with these files, I'll tell you. But as of now, get metadata is having capability to retrieve files in a given folder. Very simple. What we are going to do, I'll tell you. Okay. Any doubt till this part? Anyone? Ravi sir?
No, sir. No.
Okay. Okay.
Sir,
Next.
sir, this is in JSON format, sir.
This is in not a JSON. Yeah. That whatever you are seeing output is a JSON format.
Okay.
Okay. What is JSON? JavaScript object notation, where in the olden days we used to represent the data in XML. Generally in SSIS, if you see, most of the outputs it is written in XML. But now greatest and latest technologies, the output format in JSON, JavaScript. Just simple JavaScript object notation, right? JSON. So even you can see this code also in JSON. Okay? So we don't want to. We'll come back on that part. Actually, the background code is JSON. Can you highlight get metadata activity? Can you highlight get metadata activity? Yeah. No. Get metadata. Just highlight. You will see there is a there is a 1, 2, 3 third icon. You will see a third icon. The second icon. Yeah, click on that one. Don't do it. No. The left hand side.
This bracket thing.
Yeah. Click on that one. Okay. Anyhow, you got the terminologization. So in SSIS, the backend, when you drag and drop the task transformation, right? Background, it is try to write in XMLA, right? XMLA. Now in ADF, the backend, the code is on JSON actually. So you can see in the general, where is that? Can I go on mute, please? Somebody. I think who's sir, Ravi sir, can you go on mute?
Oh,
You
sorry,
are
sir.
both. Okay. Now backend, if you look at see general, you see the property, right? What is the timeout and all. You can come here and change. Okay, let's take in. So backend code, when you try to drag and drop activity, it will represent in the JSON format. Okay, close it. We'll come back this one. Okay, that is done. Okay, next activity we go as lookup activity. Now CB or Prithvi will question me, sir. Already we done one activity.
Vijaya.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir, what is the use of this get metadata, sir?
Yeah, let's take come to the exercise, sir. Come to the exercise.
Okay.
Let's take we want to load. Let's take we have employee files in a folder. Let's take that is a data folder. We have all country files like the EMP India, EMP UK, EMP US, all country files. You want to loop and load these files. What we do in exercise? We use a for each container, for each loop container, then point to the folder. So that will give the file names you are going to store into variable. That variable you are going to pass to plot file source as an expression. Then we load, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
But here for each loop is not having capability to go to the folder and read the file names. So which is having get metadata is having capability to go to a particular folder, read the file names.
Okay.
What we'll do is we are going to pass this output to for each. We are going to pass this output to the for each. Using for each, we are going to read 111 and pass this to copy activity. Previously in the SSIS, we'll pass that file name through variable into into the data flow task, right? Here we are going to pass that file name to for each activity here actually, for each activity.
Okay.
So there is a real-time case study step by step which I shared yesterday, sir. Once you guys do, then the clarity will be, you will get full clarity on it.
Okay.
So very simple. As of now, get metadata is having capability to extract the file names on a particular folder, or it is having capability to get a last modified date stamp on a file, or it will give a column count in a particular table. Okay, that kind of metadata information it gives.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So get metadata is done. Next is lookup. So now Prithvi will question me. Sir, already there is a lookup. You told half an hour. You have a source, then you are looking up to the reference table. You are joining, right, and trying to load into the target, right? CB, you only done that exercise, right?
Yes.
So then again, what is this lookup? So that lookup is going to read. You are reading the data in the source, and you are looking up the reference table. You are joining, right? You are joining, and then you are getting the department name. You are matching. Then out of that one, you are getting department number, passing to the your target sync, right? Now, but this lookup is different. Okay, so don't confuse. Even informatic also, that lookup is there at a transformation wise only, right, Madhuri? You don't have at a workflow level actually. In SSIS also, we have lookup only in the DFT, data flow transformation, not at a task level. But in ADF, it's a special lookup. They might have given a different name. I don't know why they're confusing, right? So lookup at a pipeline level, activity level, what it will do is it will go to a database or any file, retrieve the records. It will go and retrieve the records. What we are going to do, I'll tell you. Okay. So go to the drag and drop lookup, drag and drop lookup. Yeah. Retrieve country names. Do you have any table? Can you go to Azure SQL DB CB?
Yeah.
Create one table called country list, or create one table called table list. Create one table. Create one table called control table list. Add client type user. Save.
Yeah.
Now I given one case study called dynamically load all the tables from one database to another database. I'll ask the question on exercise people. Just not a country list, put a table list. CB. Put a table list. Yeah, table name. Give a table name. Varchar of 200. Varchar of 200. One more column is load required. Load required. Load required. Varchar of 1. Varchar of 1. 1. Okay. I'll tell you the beauty of this ADF. Why I like ADF compared to exercise. Okay. Yeah, run it. Okay, after that, you will insert all the table names which you want to load from this database to another database. Okay, hold on here. So, let's take Sitaram or Ravi selection. So, let's take in your on-prem, we have a 200 tables. Okay, you have 200 tables. Let's take you have employee, DEPT, branch. 200 tables are there. Now our requirement is let's take that's the source database. Same structure, you have destination also. Same table, employee, DEPT, branch. Like all 200 tables are the target also. Now our requirement is you need to extract these 200 tables, load into the target. Every day you have to do truncate and load, you have to do. What we have to do, sir? You take that's a requirement. Let's take Madhuri, you're also Informatica, right? Can you tell me how you can achieve your requirement of daily? You have to design your workflows in Informatica or in SSIS packages where you have to load 200 tables, truncate and load into the target. What you guys will do?
Generally in the session, there will be pre-SQL. In that
pre-SQL, you do the truncate the table name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay, that is for truncate, but you have to do for 200 tables, right?
Yeah.
So you have to design 200 source qualifiers because each table is having different structure, right?
Yeah.
See, right? You have to design 200 workflows, the source qualifiers, right? Ravi sir, any idea from exercise? Sitaram.
I think using for each loop container only we are doing.
No, but for each Sitaram, in the for each the structure is same. When you do EMP India, EMP US, EMP UK, the structure is same. Hence, you create a data flow, pass that variable value to the data flow. Since structure is same, it keep on loading actually. But here structure is different, right? The employee table is structure is different, the DEPT structure is different, branch table is different, right? So in SSIS or Informatica, in SSIS we have to design 200 data flow tasks or 200 packages. Let me put that way. So for each table, you have to design one data flow. Ravi sir, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now in ADF, we don't require to do that one. Okay. So it is having capability to find dynamically the source columns. Dynamically, it is going to map to the target columns. So that is the beauty of ADF, which is not having any existing on-prem tools. On-prem tools, you don't have this capacity. With a single pipeline, I can loop all the tables in a source, and I can point to into the target. Automatically, it will map. But in SSIS, it is a static mapping. So, Sitaram, if you recollect, once you identify source and put a target mapping, right? If there is any change, it will fail. Let's take you have less column, more column, right? It will fail actually. So it is not having capability dynamically map source columns to the target columns. But whereas in ADF, that capability is there. That's what yesterday I sent one step-by-step approach how to do dynamic table loading from source to the target. Just not more than 8 steps. I have a screenshot also. I sent in the document screenshot step by step. Try to perform by next Wednesday. But anyhow, how to okay? So to do that, first step is can you insert this 5 table names in this table?
Yes.
Vijaya,
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
these two databases are in the same server?
No, generally no, because that will be there in sourcer where source you will have different servers actually.
Okay, that is for stage to destination. Okay.
Source to destination.
Sorry, yeah, source to destination. Okay.
Using dynamic queries, we can do it, sir.
Where in SQL?
Yeah.
SQL we can do, but problem is, so your source is different, your target is different, right? Generally in real time, Sitaram.
Without
If it is there in the same server, yeah, if it is there the same server and all you can do. But maybe let's take it is there in a I mean say
linked server is there, we can do it, sir.
no, that is one sir linked server. Let's take your files are there in a Azure blob. Your target might be database.
Not here. I am talking about SQL linked server.
SQL only, sir. Let's take you have files in a let's take you have files in a let's take you want to import what is that one employee DPT branch, like you have files, you want to load the files into database. So
Okay,
that's not possible, right?
Yeah, that's not possible. For that we need to use SSIS or ADF.
No. What is the CP? You
for
don't
load
require to, you are
required,
passing values, right? Don't give
not give values.
give y. Give y.
Why?
Yeah. No. ABC you give, not ABC. You give the table name cricket rankings, EMP table.
Okay.
Okay. Now copy paste the same above one. Yeah, do smart work CP. Copy paste above y you have to do at that type. What is that one? EMP table.
EMP tester.
Yeah, okay. Like that, you know, right? One more table you do. That's
rankings.
so yeah, that's enough. Just insert 3 records.
All less y.
Yeah, all the y. Yeah. You highlight. So Madhuri, to come back to you, this is not possible in your informatics also. Or even
Okay.
exercise is not possible. Okay, in informatics also not possible. So this is the beauty of our ADF, okay, which people are started liking this kind of features. Otherwise, it is not as good as the interface is not as good as the Informatica SSIS, but they're given very good features like this in ADF. Okay. Now come to ADF
Okay.
city. Yeah, there. Now you retrieve table list. So basically, this lookup is going to retrieve the table names. What we will do, I'll tell you. Retrieve table names. Okay. So rest and all properties you already know. Timeout and all right. Go to the settings. Click on new. Click on new. Where is that?
SQL.
Azure SQL database. Azure SQL database.
Down.
Azure SQL. Take the table in. You can also write a query. Okay. As of now, take a table list, right? Okay. Click OK. I'll tell you. So I want to pull whose what is it? The load required equal to yes. Instead of table, write a query. CB. Select what is the column name? Table name. Huh? Select the table name.
Table list.
No.
Okay,
Column name.
columns. Yes, get table name.
Table name from table list. Table list where table list
Load.
where
Y.
load required, right? Load required equal to y. The column name required equal to y. Single quote y. Right? Okay. Now if you go a little upside, there is a property called. Can you come down? Can you come down?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you look at here the first row only. Now the people who are from SSIS, they have execute SQL task. So execute SQL task having 4 properties. What are those? Right? None. None means it will not return any result. Only let's take you want to truncate table. You can go and truncate a table like Madhuri said, preload script, right? You can for that not required. Now we have single row. Another property in result set is single row, meaning that it will only return single row. For example, let's take you want to get select max date from the target table, load date. Okay, at that time it will return only single row. Next is result set. So it is going to return multiple rows with multiple columns or XML, result set in XML format. So if you do first row only means only one row it will come, but your query will return multiple records, right? So uncheck that the first row. I want all the table names. Check that. Okay, query timeout is 120 minutes. These are all common properties. Now validate. So basically, what it will do, it will try to validate. What we will do, I'll tell you. In mostly tomorrow class, I'll tell you. This is exercise step by step. We'll do that. So lookup is having capability to retrieve records from a file or records from any database, data store actually. So what is going to do? Generally, one of the real-time scenarios, you are going to read the table name by table name. You are going to pass this table name to for each activity, and in for each activity, you are going to iterate one by one record, pass that to copy activity, like how you passing your file name through variable in plot file source in data flow task, right? We are going to do tomorrow that activity. As of now, it only retrieves the table names. Okay. Now run it. Debug. It's a previous one. Yeah. Now run successfully. It is in progress, right?
Yes. Yeah, succeeded.
go to the lookup output, you can see the 3 table names in the JSON list.
Look up. Okay.
Where
Yeah, EMP test.
test, ticket ratings, right? So we are going to pass this output to for each. Tomorrow for each class is there. We will cover that as well. Okay? So any doubt, team, anybody? As of now, simple, very simple. Like
Yes.
input SQL task, it is going to return the table names. What we are going to do, I'll tell you tomorrow. No, don't do this today. We'll go one by one. Now next is stored procedure activity. Stored procedure activity. Can you create a new package? New pipeline. Yeah, drag and drop stored procedure activity. Okay. Stored procedure activity is an capability to call any stored procedure on a database engine. Database. So you cannot have stored procedure in a blob, right? CB. So yeah. So any stored procedure we have?
Yes.
Can you create one stored procedure?
Yes, one we have. Yeah.
One we have, right? Okay.
Not registered. I'll just.
First, create the connection manager. Yeah, you have Azure SQL data repeat area. Take that one.
Yeah, retrieve EMP.
EMP. So, but it is taking parameter, right?
Yeah, it's parameterized.
We don't want to utilize it. Can you create one? Okay, you can pass a parameter, but hard code value. Click on new. Click on new. Import. Downside there is import.
Okay.
So okay, come down. Right, hard code a value. So in Ravi sir mind, there is a question is already popping up. Already in a copy activity, we have one stored procedure, right? CB. Now this stored procedure also there. In copy activity, whatever you saw the stored procedure, right? It is not going to return. It is going to return a result set also if you want to. There it will return a result set, means that it is going to return a results. But the stored procedure activity, this activity which I am talking here, it will not return any result. It will only go and execute. For example, let's take you want a big stored procedure. After calculating everything, you are going to store that into some temporary physical table. Then you are going to read that into using copy activity something. Okay. So, but this stored procedure activity is not having capability to return. So, can you go to the stored Azure SQL DB CB? We don't want to return any result set. So, this stored procedure will return result set, right? Based upon department e-salary, it is going to return, but it is not having capability to hold it actually. Create a stored procedure, Control N. Create a new window, new query.
Oh, it's going.
Oh. Okay, it is not SSMS set. We are already habituated. There is a new query should be there.
Okay, just take it out.
Okay. Create procedure. Truncate EMP. Truncate EMP. So, okay, as begin. Truncate table EMP. You can write whatever the logic you want. Truncate table EMP.
Just see that the EMP has.
That's fine. End. Okay, run the program. Great. So you have your stored procedure. Now come to your ADF. Now refresh. Okay, remove this. You don't have any parameter. Check the checkbox and delete it. No. Check the eSal parameter one. Delete. There is a button called delete. Now execute this debug.
Succeeded.
Okay, so it might have deleted all the records in a employee table. Okay, next is set variable. Today I need to drop off little in another 5 minutes, so we'll complete this set variable and tomorrow we'll continue. So what is set variable will do? Yeah, drag and drop set variable. So set variable is having kept. Yesterday we talked about assigning value to a variable. So create one variable called country names. Create one variable called country names. No. There is a variable. No. As of now, we don't have any variables. Go to the pipeline. Highlight the pipeline. The empty space. Highlight the empty space, not the your set variable. Yeah. Now downside, you will have a variable folder like in SSIS. So go and create one variable called country name. Don't assign any value here. Country names. Now it is a string. No, just give a country name. That array yesterday already I explained, right?
Yes.
Yeah, country name. Don't give value here. You can set that value here actually. Go to the set variable.
Set variable. Okay, here.
Now you can give value here actually. Go to the variables. Take the value. Country names. And value you give a India.
Okay.
No. It is not array. It is not array. Single value.
Not array. Okay, I'm not giving array. Okay.
Yeah. Remove that. Yeah. Click OK. So you don't require to give especially double quotes. Remove the double quotes.
Okay.
It's already string, right? You will understand this. Yeah.
Then at least single quotes.
Not required. Just validate why it's giving error. Let's see. No. Just validate. Click on validate. Yeah, that's okay. Debug. Let's see why it is. Yeah, nothing. That's okay. So there is just yesterday I told about array, right? Where you can assign append some more variables using set variable. Or let me tell you in real time scenario. Let's take after reading the data from Azure Blob. Let's take you want to get a timestamp. Take a timestamp, not just a normal date time. You want YYY, MMDD, that format you want. So you can also do that in the set variable. This variable you can use wherever you want actually. So that also you can try after the class. So set variable is very simple activity where you can assign a value to a variable. Okay. So let's take in your programming int I. Downside I is equal to 10. Right? You are assigning value to the variable. Very simple. You are declared. You are creating a variable, then you are assigning a value to here. Okay, that's what set variable. So team, I have to drop off today. I have other work. So tomorrow we'll continue the same time. We'll complete the other what is the validation webhook and wait. Downside there is a iteration and conditional. So tomorrow class is going to be little important compared to today. So without fail, just start it.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
just
Thanks,
after the recording. Yeah, thanks everyone. Before I am dropping off, anything I want to repeat? Hold on. Anybody like Madhuri? Madhuri, just follow a couple of classes. I know you are very new to the ADF, but definitely in another 2 classes you will get it.
Until unless hands on, we won't get the doubts, sir.
Yeah, I'll guide you, Madhuri. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, see.
Yeah, okay, but bye.